Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today I'm going to unbox My Story. So a game by Smoox Chen. It's from Homosapiens Lab, so both Smoox and Homosapiens Lab are from Taiwan. So you can see 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, about 60 minutes. I don't know how to get this game reliably in the United States. I found it on sale at an online store in Canada, so I got it that way. So you can see everything here is... there does appear to be English. I think even the cards have some English, so I should be able to play this without issue. Life is like a deck of cards. You never know what you're going to get. Forrest Gump reference there, obviously. But essentially, it's a deck building game, and you're going to try to tell the story of your life through cards. So I have a game, The Pursuit of Happiness, that is heavier and longer than this. So I'm curious if this gives me sort of the same experience as that game. All right, there's an errata. Looks like it's just the number of cards. Was wrong. All right. We'll look at that. So it is a 4-player game, so there are 4 different player colors. Let's take a look here at this orange sort of player. So there are 6 different resources in the game that you track. I mean, there's also time, which maybe this tracks your time on the time track on the board. So this might be, I don't know, education, or maybe that does. I'm not sure. Hopefully the rule book will tell me what's for what. But you do track some resources essentially on your player board. So there are other colors as well. So this sort of pinkish, purplish color. We've got a blue. And we've got yellow here. And yeah, it looks like those are all the same pieces. Okay, just in different colors. Let's set the cards aside for a second. All right, so here's the player board. Everybody gets one of these. And so this is where I was talking about. You have these markers, and then you'll get resources. And you'll be like, okay, I have 1, 2, 3 of that. So that's how that's tracked here on this board, I believe. And it looks like there might be a cheat sheet here. Let's see, maybe the other side is English. Hey, nice. All right, so yeah, planning, exploring, self-growing, refreshing. So that's nice that you have this information right there on the board to tell you what to do. A little cheat sheet there. All right, cool. And yeah, so 4 of those. And these are nice quality. Good boards. All right, this must be a Scorepad for the end of the game to help you score. Notes, that's interesting. So you can tell the story of your life, I guess. They are single-sided, and there aren't too many of them, but I think it'll be all right. I mean, I could just make copies of that if I needed to. All right, what else do we have in here? Let me just dump that out. Looks like we have 2 rule books. All right, so I will not be able to read that one, so I will set it aside, and I will focus on the English rule book. All right. Oh, it's not really a rule book. It's a fold-out, which is not my favorite thing in the world, to be honest, but that's all right. So English rule book, so we look at the components. It does just call them resource tokens here, so that's, I guess you're just matching up the symbol on the card. It's too bad it doesn't have the name for them, although probably once we start looking at the cards, it'll become obvious what's what. So goal of the game, right? Setup, gameplay, talks about the planning phase, and then we turn it over. And there's the exploring phase. All right, refreshing phase down there. Game end. Daydreaming and lottery ticket. Nice. Here's the iconography, so that's nice. Little clarification there on that. I wonder if I can... I guess I'd have to bend that backwards to have that available all the time. So that's a little unfortunate that that page didn't end up in a more convenient spot in the rule book. All right, let's take a look at the board real quick. The central board. We saw the player boards already. All right, so there's a board here, and there's going to be a lot of different cards out here. And I think these are where the milestone cards go out when you reach a certain age. But there is this track around the edge, and this is like your age, essentially. So when you get around to the bottom, you want to retire at age 50 and you lose, you can see negatives here, you lose victory points if you go past age 50. Time is sort of like a wild resource. So you can decide to use basically time in your life if you don't have a certain resource available. So that's an interesting concept, you know. It does also mean probably that you can finish the game sooner than other players. I don't mind that as long as it's not a long time between you finishing and then the other players finishing. But I don't know. We'll just see once we get in the gameplay. All right, let's take a look at these cards. So as you would expect, there are a lot of cards. Let me go back and look in the manual. How many does it say? So there's, let's see, 37 life story cards, 25 occupation, 22 project, 5 bonus resource, 8 reunion cards, and 14 achievement cards. All right. And it did also say that is the age marker that I suspected. Okay. Good. All right. So these all have the same back. Let's take a look at some of these. The color here, not sure what each color signifies, but I think it means that cards of a certain color sort of are beneficial or combo off other colors. So I think it's just a reminder to sort of help you realize that cards that come up that are that color as you're, getting them off the board sort of go together. All right. So it's nice that we have, obviously the iconography is language dependent, but it does have the English versions of what these are. These all look sort of like occupations. All right. Cool. A lot of occupations I wouldn't mind doing. Live game streamer. Huh. All right, here's those lottery ticket and daydreaming cards that were referenced in the end of the rule book there. Marketing specialist. Can I just be a lottery winner as my occupation? Is that a thing? All right, speed dating, birthday party. All right, so volunteer. These are maybe some events. Environmentalist, that's a job again, I guess. Campaigner. City tour guide. All right. You want me to just go through all the cards? I'll go through all the cards. Why not? There's a lot of cards in this game, but we can get through them pretty fast. 2 of those family vacation cards. All right. Hey, why not? Why aren't there 4? Why can't everybody go on a family vacation? So there is something about this game. I haven't fully learned how to play it yet. Obviously, I just some stuff together there. I obviously just learned enough about it to become interested in it and want to play it. But some of these cards, right? So you're getting cards and you're putting them in a deck, right? And so they'll keep coming up and they'll give you these resources when they come up, and these resources give you stuff to buy other cards. But then some cards, instead of going back into your deck, they go into essentially your tableau. I guess because they're like accomplishments, right? They aren't something that keeps coming up, like maybe getting your salary on a regular basis. There's something like I did a thing, I graduated college or whatever it is. And so they just sit there, and then like maybe education is that way. I'm not sure. They just sit there, and then I don't think they necessarily, these as well, give you an ongoing benefit. I think they give you an ongoing sort of combo bonus with other cards you might have, although I'm not entirely sure. All right, well, so this was a different kind of card here. All right, the backs of these were different too, right? So let's look at, all right, we got more of these, which are the same as those. So let's take a look at these real quick, actually. All right. That's kind of interesting in that it's got all the colors here. I guess life planning helps you no matter what you're doing. All right. Crowdfunding campaign and patent go together, I guess. All right. Writing a book. All right. Periodic health checks. Here's your regular reminder to get a periodic health check. The more you know. Sponsored by Just Got Played. All right. Let's take a look at these cards. So those look like sort of the different resources. And not entirely sure where these cards go, what they're used for. Sorry. And All right, we've got these cards. You know, if I could just have the rule book open to the component section, like if it were an actual book, I could tell you what these different cards are. All right, so those ones that I didn't know what they were bonus resource cards. These are achievement cards. All right, so that's what these are. Memory of Glory, Jack of all trades, Super Achiever, Big Family, Social Butterfly, Spirit of Focus. Okay. Each card in your most colors, 2 victory points. All right, so these are, I guess, just in-game scoring, it seems, right? These are just giving you points. All right, that's cool. All right, what are these? These are reunion cards. All right, I think we saw some of these earlier, maybe. Because there are 8 of them in the deck, and I only have 3 right here. But yeah, the ones with this symbol at the bottom that we saw earlier. All right, so those are reunion cards. Yeah, there we go. Here's some more of them. Oof, a funeral. Wish you could have a reunion at a funeral. That does sort of make sense. All right. Well, looks like we covered all the cards, right? So there are project cards, occupation cards, life story cards. But yeah, there you have it. So that is my story. Those are all the different cards and things that come with it, and just sort of a brief understanding of what I know about the cards in the game so far. So like I said, I'm excited to get this to the table and see what it feels like to tell my life story through cards. So anyway, if you have any questions about this game, just leave a comment in the YouTube video below. Or if you look in the description down below, there's a link to our Discord channel. You can come over there and ask questions about this or any other game. I'll be happy to talk to you with the rest of the Just Got Played crew. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help us out. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can hit the subscribe button, or if you look in the description below, there's also links to all of our social media channels. But until the next time, thanks for joining me.